Hello and welcome to Connect 4. I would like to thank you for tuning in. Today we are going to be playing against computer on super hard. I maxed out the AI here, and our goal is to show you two different ways to win. So our goal is to show you how to win. And the computer is playing as yellow. We are playing against as red. Our goal here early is to try to control center. That's where these red lines are going to right here. We want to try to control as much of the center as possible. And the reason for that is most of the ways that you can make 4 in a row go through the center. So even if you can't make 4 in a row, you're also blocking ways your opponent can make 4 in a row. So that's something that we want to try to do here. So here we are. We're going for the 4 in a row. Now, one of the things we want to watch out for when we're doing the center is we want to watch out for early traps. We want to try to avoid traps. And what do I mean by traps? Well, one of the common traps is one right here where you can see there's 2 yellow pieces down. If we don't move a red piece on either side, we're going to get trapped. What we're going to do in this spot, of course, is we're going to move our red piece to spot number 3. And that's going to give us some flexibility. We have an offensive move. We have some stuff we can move through the center. So when you do block a trap, you want to try to think in terms of what offensive moves do we have. There, they go for 3 here, and we are going to go for the last spot right there and block that trap. So you want to try to avoid those early traps, and I would not recommend doing that trap right there. You might catch, a new player with that trap, but if you play against an experienced player, they're going to take advantage of it, and it all goes back to, controlling the center. Here we move to spot number 3, and, it's really big that you control the center because most of the pieces, like I said, go through there. Okay, there's a little trap we have to watch out for. We're going to actually put our piece right here, and that's going to move the 6 spot, block that off. So here is the first of 2 traps we got to watch out for. The yellow could put a piece right here, and they could make 4 in a row that way. Another way we could get trapped, of course, is kind of obvious. You can see that they got 3 in a row right here. They get a 4th piece right here. They win the game. So what that means, in short, is that means we, as red, cannot, and I mean cannot, put a piece over here. Now we can get away with, if they put a yellow piece here, we can still block. We can still block with red over here. So that's one of the things we can do, but we cannot put any pieces in this spot right here. Yeah, so we do not want to put anything in here. That's something we don't want to do, and we want to watch out for this trap right here. So far, we have successfully avoided that trap, and we have taken control of the center. We got the right and the left side, and we're going to win right there because the computer ran out of moves. So we set up our own traps on the right and left, and I may have talked a little too fast here, but we were successful in getting the victory right there. But that's what you want to be able to do, is you want to try to think about setting up the long trap. Don't focus on the early traps. You want to focus on getting the long trap set up. Think of playing like the long game, where your opponent runs out of moves in the end. Okay, this game right here, we are going to go first. And our goal is to just move every move in the center, until the center is clogged. And it's kind of a cool strategy. Now, unfortunately, this game is a little laggy, so I couldn't play it online against an opponent. But in the past, when I would play against a really skilled opponent, all of our moves, if I went first, would be to the center. Every single move we would make would be in the center. And, if that opponent decided to go, like in the last game where they put two on the bottom, if they were going first, I would take advantage of that and just automatically win every time. So here we are. We've made 2 moves in the center. They're going to actually go to the side, I believe. So our goal here is to control as much of the center again as possible. And the reason for that is there's so many moves that you can make through there. And we're actually going to set up here, if we can get another move in the center, we're going to set up and show how many of these moves are actually possible. And I'm going to show you a way to overload one side to where there's nothing that your opponent can do. So we made 3, they blocked. We are going to go to the right next, okay? And here our opponent decides to go on top of that to the right. Now we need to make a mental note of that we cannot, go to that spot, or we need to make sure we need to block that spot off. But we're going to go to the left, and we're going to try to go to the left again. If not, we'll go to the right, depending on what they do. Okay, they go to the right. We're going to go to the left side right there. And our idea is to try to set up as many different ways as possible to make 4. And again, we've got to watch out for the 6th spot, slot number 6. We want to be careful we don't get trapped over there. Essentially, we don't really have any moves to the right, but what we're going to try to do is we're going to either move in the 3rd spot, and if they don't block that, what we're going to do, we're going to have to block if they decide to go to the 5th spot here. We'll see what they do here. Okay, they go to there, so we got to block on the 5th spot. So you got to watch out for, and those, trying to do the 3 in a row like that, those are the worst possible traps you could set up. It's just set yourself up for failure. You're wasting a ton of space against a good player. Okay, they went there. What we're going to do is we are going to go move in the 1st spot right there, and that's going to give us one way to make 4 in a row, which we do right there. Okay, so we have one way to make 4 in a row. Now we'd like to get a red piece in the 3rd spot. That's, of course, this spot right here. So we are going to do whatever we can to try to stall and to make that happen. So again, this is where we want to get our red piece. So we're going to try to stall as many pieces as we can and try to get our red piece there by default. So we move up top in the 7th spot. Now we have to block. Remember earlier we blocked that. Okay. Now we move up top. They move there, and now we get that spot. We get the red piece in the spot we want, and that's really good because now what that means, once we get the red piece there, is we're going to be able to have 2 moves. 2 moves in the 2nd slot, so there's nothing the computer can do once we're going to go here, they're going to go, and then we're going to win. So it's pretty sweet there. So here we go. We are going to put our piece down right there. Let me drop it just a second here. Oh, there we go. Now they go, and now there is nothing else the computer can do. And we're going to win the game right there. So pretty sweet, huh? And that's going to wrap this up. I would like to thank you for watching, wish you good luck, and remind you that if you're looking for more tips on playing this game, you might want to check out a playlist on this channel. It's titled How to Play Connect 4. It's got a lot of cool stuff in there. There's some older ones and some newer videos. Definitely something worth checking out. Anyway, thank you for watching, and good luck.